Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel where I talk about all things having to do with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, and his beautiful wife, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. If you're new here, I invite you to subscribe to my channel to keep up with all the latest and of course help me grow my channel. Okay, so today I wanted to talk about Prince Andrew. Well, not today, but in this video, I wanted to talk about Prince Andrew and how apparently, according to the Daily Mail, he is refusing to budge from Royal Lodge and he's demanding a summit with King Charles and a bit of dignity from his brother. So this article sounds like, now that we know that the royal family leaks, I mean, they leak all over the place. It's like a sieve, just all leaks, everybody leaking all over the place. It's just a constant drip of like liquid just dripping and dripping, or is it more of like an outpour? Is it a drip or is it an outpour? I think it's more of an outpour. Okay, so it's outpouring, and so this time this particular article sounds like it came from Royal Lodge. This comes from Royal Lodge. This comes from Andrew's camp, and it sounds like it's throwing Charles and William under the bus because they're talking about, after the coronation, how the knives have been drawn, the knives are out, that they're gunning for, or guns, whatever it is, I don't know. They're gunning for Andrew because they want to give Royal Lodge to William and his family, which I'm not going to lie, it's like kind of incomprehensible to me because William and his family are not exactly homeless, are they? I mean, don't they have Kensington Palace? First of all, I mean, that how many stories is that? I mean, that's like prime real estate. I mean, by any standards, this is Kensington Palace. It's world renowned. Even I have visited Kensington Palace, right? I mean, I think I even went in to, if I recall correctly, on the first floor, there's some kind of um, of little shop. No, I've been to many different palaces in my time in Europe. Where they have these little shops and they sell different things like cookies and mementos. If memory serves me correctly, I think I even went to one in Kensington Palace, but I could be mixing this up. But that's not the point. The point is that Kensington Palace is a formidable piece of real estate. So if that's all that William and his family have as their primary residence or even as their sole residence, they're okay. I mean, they are much better than even the top 1% in the world already, just with Kensington Palace alone. But my understanding is that William and Kate own more than Kensington Palace. Right now, they're living somewhere in some small cottage. I don't even remember the name of it, but they're not even living in Kensington Palace. Plus, they have another place called Windsor. No, called Anmer Hall. Hang on, let's try to find this. Here's an article. Time to go inside Kate Middleton and Prince William's many, many homes. Their list of properties just gets longer and longer. I mean, with all due respect, it just, so you have Kensington Palace. Well, it looks like they just have an apartment in Kensington Palace. They don't own the whole palace, but still, the perception is that they do, right? Anmer Hall. Look at this massive house. Where is this? Kate and William's country home is actually a hall a giant mansion that they were gifted by the Queen as a wedding present. I mean, okay, so they have Anmer Hall. They have Adelaide Cottage, which is where I think they might be living now, is on the Windsor estate. They have Windsor Castle. While Kate and William don't technically live in Windsor Castle, it's what's in the cards. The Daily Mail reports that now that Charles is the king, there's a radical drive to overhaul the vast royal estate, which includes moving the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge into Windsor Castle. However, according to the Telegraph, Kate and William have indicated to the courtiers that they want to give their children a chance to settle into school and avoid any upheaval for as long as possible. Okay, so, but I mean, Windsor Castle. What is this? Tamnaga is William and Kate's home on the Balmoral estate. No pics of this one either, which was gifted to William by his great grandmother, the Queen Mother, back in 2002. It is located near King Charles, but I mean, so Highgrove is technically King Charles's country home, but it's owned by the Duchy of Cornwall, and Prince William has officially inherited the Duke of Cornwall title from his father, which means Highgrove is technically his, and Charles has to pay him 700,000 a year rent. I mean, it's just funny. It's just funny, Reed. So you're looking at Frogmore House. This one is fully a TBD, but could happen. The Sun reports that King Charles has earmarked Frogmore House for William and Kate, though it's unclear if they'll actually consider moving in, because they're basically swimming in houses at this point. That's it, but stay tuned for more relatable royal real estate updates. I mean, okay, so the point being, okay, let's assume that all they have is Kensington Palace and Anmer Hall and now Adelaide Cottage. I mean, why in the world do they also need Royal Lodge? I mean, honestly, look, I'm not going to sit here and defend Andrew and Fergie because I was trying to see their side of the story, and then I hear Fergie talking out of both sides of her mouth, and I see their daughters hugging Piers Morgan, and I'm over them. I'm over them. I don't trust them. I don't trust them. I don't trust them. I'm done. Like, Beatrice and Eugenie hugging Piers for me was immediately disqualifying. I'm not going to pick any sides with this fight they're having about Royal Lodge and King Charles and Prince William. I'm just saying, just as a curious onlooker, that it's rather peculiar that they're fighting for this house to give to William. How many? I mean, William has one set of hands, one set of feet, one set of buttocks, one head, one set of eyes, as does his wife and kids. How many places can they put all of these body parts at any given moment in time? Right? They cannot be in all these places at any given moment in time. So having all of these homes means that a lot of resources are being used up and wasted because when they're in one home, the other home still has to be heated. It still has to be maintained. It still has to be clean. Water still has to be flowing in the faucets. I mean, it is an incredible waste of resources to give all of these homes to one person. But okay, that's a different point. But now, so it sounds like all Andrew has is Royal Lodge. Why do you need that too? Why do you need that too? And let's not talk about how many homes King Charles and Camilla own between the two of them. I mean, I know because I had to do the research and list it in my lawsuit of how much they own. It's like, it's staggering. It's like, it's beyond staggering. It's a joke. It's actually funny, right? It's funny. Why would they go after Royal Lodge? I don't understand. Again, I'm not siding with Andrew because, they talk out of both sides of their mouth. Him and Fergie, right? And Beatrice and Eugenie hugging Piers Morgan was disqualifying. It was completely disqualifying. I was over it. Like, I can't get it out of my mind seeing them hug this guy. This is a cute picture of King Charles. I have to say. He's a cutie patootie, He's a cutie patootie. I have a soft spot. I have a soft spot, and it's annoying. It's very annoying. Okay, and this is where they dumped Meghan and Harry, and this is on the grounds of a burying ground. I mean, when you take all of that in conjunction with everything else, you see what they were trying to do with Meghan and Harry. But I digress. I mean, why does William and Kate need Andrew's house? This is pure greed.